Today we're going to be seeing if the sentry tower is better than the operator. I've been wondering this, so we're going to be putting up the sentry tower against the operator, and we're going to be seeing which one is better. So let's hop right into it. So I start at the match. I was thinking of doing elite, but then I switched and I'll say no, expert. So right after that, I just placed down the sentry. Sentry base stats is 3.8 damage, then 8.8 at the 2 at bottom, 1 at the top. The operator only does like 3.8. So it's got pretty much the same damage. At the bottom 2 is like 8.6, so it is cheaper to get the operator to the same damage, as you can see. But once you upgrade the top, it does 18 damage. I also had to do a little bit of farming while I was at that. The operator does 23 damage on the top path level 3, and I'm pretty sure the sentry does almost as much, but doesn't do as much. They do not have bullet piercing, so they're not really good in the beginning of the game, but once in later game they do have bullet pierce. The sentry tower now does 21 damage on top path level 3. Operator does 23, so it's a little bit better. The bottom path actually does 32, which is a crazy amount for only like maybe 3,000 gold. The bottom path minigunner does 40 damage, which is absurd, but it is 4,000, 5,000, I'm pretty sure, which isn't that much if you think about it. So bottom path does 32, and bottom path sentry does 40. Once you get it to level 4, it does actually do 53, which is quite a bit, like 13 more. Top path level 4 of an operator, it does do like almost the same amount of damage as the top path level 4 sentry, so it's not that big of a difference. Like I've said before, bottom path operator 32. So once they're on the same level, the sentry turret bottom path does 98, I'm pretty sure, which is a lot more than the bottom path operator. But once you get it to max, it does 120 damage, which is a really high number for like a really cheap tower, which may play into how good it is later. Max top path operator is actually 150, does 150 DPS, doesn't have explosive or any special abilities. The top path maxed on the bottom path turret does 300 damage, which is a ton more. That's like more than double the bottom path operator. The top path does 235 compared to the 150, which is a lot more. But after that, I just started placing a ton of turrets because I do want to win the expert mode. It started looking like this around like wave like 30, and then when I finally got to the wave, which has the boss, I don't know, I did okay, but it was just super overwhelming. The apex predators were just killing my things, even though they do have a rebuild, which is really good. I rewinded, but I died again. The bottom path does have an ability, 400 HP, 40 damage. The difference is like a huge difference, very significant difference in damage on both sides of the tower. So my conclusion is they're both really good, but if you want a tower that's cheap and powerful, I would go with the turret, but the operator wins because limited field of view.